Hi, I'm Carl, and in this video we're going to have a look at questions 99 to 102. So this is a question about amino acids, and we're given lots of information here, and I've copied out anything that's relevant. We're told about two enzymes, trypsin and chymotrypsin. So these are enzymes that can cut these amino acid chains at some point. I've written out the rules here. So trypsin cleaves at lysine or arginine as long as it's not followed by a proline, and chymotrypsin does it at tyrosine, tryptophan, and phenylalanine. Now it says it does it on the carboxyl side, so that's going to be the right hand side of the group. So say if it was glycine, it would be this bond, not this one. Okay, so with that aside, we can start answering these questions. So 99 is the cleavage of which of the four nonpeptides, argyropesin, oxytocin, octopressin, and cephalotocin, is facilitated by the enzyme trypsin. So we know the rules for trypsin here. I'll change the colour to make it clearer. Let's go through them all and then see which ones it could act on. So going through argyropesin now, which is this top one, we're looking for a lysine or an arginine. And we can see that there is one here and it's not followed by a proline, so it could act on argyropesin. Oxytocin then, so we're looking again for a lysine or an arginine that's not followed by a proline. They're not present, so we can rule that one out. What about octopressin? And octopressin doesn't have a lysine or an arginine, so we can rule that one out. And cephalotocin has an arginine here, so it would act on it. So this enzyme trypsin will act on argyropesin and cephalotocin, but not oxytocin or octopressin. So that gives us an answer for 99 of B. Okay, great. So let's move on to the next one. It says which amino acids could be isolated when chymotrypsin facilitates the cleavage of argyropesin. So again, I'll change the colour and we can go through with the rules we have. So we're looking for tyrosine, tryptophan, and phenylalanine. So on argyropesin, after phenylalanine and tyrosine, we can isolate phenylalanine here, and there's nothing else in that line. So it just isolates phenylalanine and no others. So that gives us an answer of 100A. Okay, and then now moving on to 101, it says, what are the products when the cleavage of nonpeptide cephalotocin is facilitated by trypsin? So trypsin, obviously, we're going to be looking for lysine and arginine, and it's the bottom one we're dealing with. So we've got arginine here, and there's no lysine, and it's not followed by proline, so we know that's correct. So what does that leave us with? So on the left-hand side, we've got 4 amino acids, and on the right hand side we've got 5 amino acids in the chain. That would be tetrapeptide and a pentapeptide. So that gives us an answer for 101 of D. And then finally for 102, it says suppose that for easier analysis argyropesin is broken down into units no longer than tripeptides. To do this, trypsin, chymotrypsin, and some other enzyme are needed. The other enzyme should be able to cleave the peptide bonds on the carboxyl side, or on the right hand side in this case, of which amino acid. Okay, so again, let's change the colour, make it clearer. So let's go through and do all the cleavages that each enzyme would do. We'll add them together and see what we're left with. So with trypsin, we're looking for lysine and arginine. And of course, we've got our arginine here from our first question. And then with chymotrypsin, I'll do this in a different colour. We've got tyrosine, phenylalanine, and we've got no tryptophan there. So let's count up the amino acids. So we're not meant to have a chain of more than 3. So we've got 1, 2, so that one's fine. That's a single one. That's a single one. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, which obviously means that we can't allow this. So we need to either cleave it here or cleave it here, and if we're going to do it on the carboxyl side of cysteine, it'll be on the right hand side here. So we need an enzyme to cleave right here, and we get 3. The other option, of course, would be to do the carboxyl side of asparagine here, which is this one, but that's not one of the options. So out of the ones that we were given, it'll have to be on the right hand side of cysteine, or the carboxyl side of cysteine, and then that gives us an answer for 102 of B. So that was questions